Hello, let's see if we are live on the old YouTube. I think we are. I'm just going to check what the sound is like. Because my God, oh my God, the sound last week was absolutely cat. Absolutely cat. So we are live. We are most certainly live. Now we're in the name of God. Oi, 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 oi. I don't want to try that. I don't want to try that at all. Okay, that sounds good. That sounds good now. So we are live. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. It is good to have you all here. Who have we got with us? Not anybody yet, so that's good. Oi, oi, oi. Okay. All good. Okay. Here we go. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. It is week 16 of Wheel to Wheel Season 3. We are live from Silverstone this week. And we will get it on to podcast mode so that we can see. Actually, we will check if that sound is good. So, let's see. We joined the game up here. Okay. It looks like we're good to go. Okay. I think we're set up. I think we're all good to go. I think I should stop thinking, really. I should stop thinking. Oh, bugger. Oh, my God. I just can't do anything straightforward, can I? Okay. Now, stop pressing the wrong button. And let's get to it. It is week 16, as we said. We are in Silverstone. It is wheel-to-wheel race. And we are just waiting on the guys to get into the quali session. Oi, oi, oi. Some updates to give and bring to you this evening. First of all, we did have a bit of a disappointment. I think we discussed it or briefly at the end of the Bahrain race. It has been dealt with, and I think the guys may be genuinely sorry for it, for what went on. But I will say it was dealt with swiftly and fairly, I would have said, by the wheel-to-wheel management. And we will see those guys this time next week when we go racing in week 17. That's enough with that. And what we will do, we will bring you the latest in the season bingo, and we will bring you some of the interview stuff that we have for this week. This week's interviewed drivers were Blue Gunner and the famous, beyond probably the most popular driver in all of wheel-to-wheel history, Verdi Vern. So let's see what answers they have to the questions that we posed to them this week. Okay. Let me see. So let's run through the wheel to wheel week 16 F1 bingo. The first one in square one, what we have is I can't tell my maggots from my beckets. 4 drivers to get warnings or penalties in these famous series of fast corners over the weekend. Very possible. This is my house. Nope, it's mine. The UK is home to many F1 teams. This trip sees one of the Astons or Williams getting a home win. That is in square 2. Are we good? We're nearly ready. I would say we're nearly ready to go. Yeah, they haven't it ready though. Square 3, the best of British. In traditional British fashion, it rains during the racing weekend. That is square 3. Square 4. Jeff! What WTF? Someone makes a mistake in the pits by taking the wrong boots or gets a penalty for speeding. That is highly possible. We've had a number of speeding penalties going into the pits. So if somebody isn't paying attention, they may do it again this route. Okay, number 5, Burned is back. We see 2 or more safety cars or VSCs or combination of those over the race. That is square number 5. Number 6, dropped like a Silverstone. Vern, finishing second last week and getting the silver prize, drops from at least 6 places from his runner-up spot in Bahrain. That's fairly harsh, but from what I understand, that is entirely possible the way this track is. And he really liked his outing in Bahrain. Number 7, Aaron Mann. Aaron Mann gets fastest lap and points in the UK. That's brought up because last week, Aaron Mann not only got fastest lap, he actually got points too. So is he going to repeat that again this week in Silverstone? Square 8, too closer to call. Okay, so what this one is Mayo reduces Budge's lead in the Drivers' Championship, but the Haas drivers reduce the Aston lead at the top of the Constructors. So that may see the lead at the top of both championship tables reduced if that were to happen. The pole master, and we will get back to this in just a moment. In 9 of the 15 wheel-to-wheel Season 3 races, Major Jam has claimed pole. He does so again and goes into double figures in Silverstone. So we're backing him to get his 10th pole in Silverstone. Absolute masterclass of quality so far in Season 3 from Major Jam. And the only player or only driver to have not only gotten pole that many times, but the only driver to actually win from pole as well. And he's done that twice. Nobody else this year has gotten pole and won. But I suppose you could say Major Jam has had a lot of attempts at it, that's for sure. We are live in Silverstone, so now we are with Shamrock. Let's jump in with Shamrock. Tired, enabled, full track mode. Okay. Shamrock is first out of the gate. So while we're doing that, and while we're following him around on his warm-up lap, or his out lap as they call it, looks like Verdi Vern and Wilfred Bonney have joined him as well. We have 15 drivers today, not 17, as we said, because there are, of course, 2 race bans, and in this one too, we also have a quali ban. No, I won't check that right now, but that is the way it is right now. Everybody almost out. But we're following Shamrock around because he was first out the gate. He is going through just after going through Magnus and Beckett. And he hasn't invalidated anything there. We will count an invalidation as a penalty or a mistake within that there. So if we see a driver coming around, shout it out and we will mark it off. We need to get, well, we don't need to get, but we have predicted 4 of those this week. Okay. Let's get to the interviews. And first up, we have Blue Gunner. We said to Blue Gunner, you've accumulated 96 points so far this season, considering how competitive the league is and how small the fractions are that decide places and results. Are you happy with your haul so far? He says, yeah, I gotta say I'm happy enough at the moment. Of course, I'd like to get more points on the board, but as you said, it's a highly competitive league. You know what? We agree, and there are a lot of people around the 100 mark, like Blue Gunner, very close to it. And we will ride on board with Shamrock as he approaches the, I think this is corner 3, I think. And he comes down through Maggot to Beckett. Oh no, it's not even corner 3, that's a long way around. He's a long way, he's through sector 2, he wasn't. Anyway, he was tentative going through there. He's not going to be the one to help us fulfill square number 4. Okay, question number 2 for Blue Gunner. You come into the league in season 3 as one of the fastest drivers to ever take the wheel in wheel to wheel. This put you in the realistic Haas car alongside Bunsey. Do you think the realistic car setup in the league works? And Shamrock's at the 130 flat to begin this qualification session. I think we were with Bernie Verne, and we are, and Bernie Verne is a 130.5. I think we then had Wilfred Bonney. We did. And he's at a 130.1. So a good outing first time round for Shamrock. Oh, hold on. Wilfred Bonney's time had been invalidated, and it looks like he invalidated on the last corner because he is invalidated for this lap also. Bunsey, ever so slightly quicker with a 130 point flat, but a 130 flatter. And there is the quali master himself, Major Jam, the first one into the 129s with a 129 point. Is that a 129? It's a 129.1. So he is setting it fast today. Mormick, second into the 129s with a 129.4. Is he the one going to be pushing Major Jam today? Oh, Wilfred Bonney is around. What has gone on there? Our man begins his lap. Oh my. Where is Bonney? We will see. Major Jam, is he down this time? Is he going again? Is he going again on these tyres? Or is he coming back? We have another sector 2-3. I reckon some people's coming off there because it looks like he's down a few hundreds. So yeah, Angry Comedian is just making his way around through sector. He doesn't have through sector 3. He's rolling off. So it looks like we have Is a Hero coming down. He's going on another lap. He's coming through sector 3. So has Major Jam improved? Has he? It doesn't look like he's improved a whole lot. He must not have had a good sector 3. But there it is. Is a Hero certainly has improved. He's a 129.7. And Budge in the 130.1s. So now nobody over 130.1. Those mid 130s are well gone now, and even was it a Vernie Verne at this stage now has gone 129.2. But Major Jam, as has been the case on 9 occasions already this season, leading the way in qualification. Okay, we'll get to the answer for Blue Gunner's second question, which was, does he think that the realistic car setup is working within the league? He says, I'm just going to check. No, he's going. Budge is going, so he's going to come around. We will see what Budge sets here. Oh, he's a bit tentative out of there. He hasn't done that too well. But he hasn't improved on his time. That's a 1:30.2. He lost it there on that final corner, I would have said. So let's see. We will follow. Who else is on the lap? 2 laps. Okay. But Budge, to be fair to Budge, he's done that on the medium, so he is not out by a long way. He is close. He is going close. So we will follow Iron Man around through Sector 2 and see if he's improving. He's already done a lap. Is he improved as he comes through? Wilfred Boney. Wilfred Boney may have had a quali ban, or somebody had a quali ban. It may have been Wilfred Boney. He may have gone into the after setting his time. May have gone in. I don't think he's going to improve now. He's gone and he's... Oh, wow. Okay, so he is on a hot lap. We are riding on board with Iron Man. Oh, 1:30.5. So Blue Gunner and Iron Man now looking to improve on those times because they are at the back of the pack. Again, Blue Gunner doing that on the mediums. Shamrock, after that good start, good banker lap, is now going for it again on a new set of softs in order to improve on his 1:30 flat, which was displaced by Major Jam in a big way. Okay, and we have a time there from Why Not See and Bunsey for the 1:30.0s. I think it is possible, and I think I've heard people say that they were in the 1:28s, but they would have to hit that pretty perfect in this. Through Sector 2 for Shamrock. How is he doing on this time out? He is 2/10 down, so he is much better. He's going to be in the 1:29s. Also, he looks like he's going to be challenging the likes of Is a Hero and possibly Mormick, depending on how this last sector goes. So, here we go. Hello. Oi, he's got it there. He's come through that. Oh, look at that 1:30. He puts himself right between Mormick and Is a Hero. Mormick and Is a Hero with great times. And we will follow the Quali Master as he comes round through Sector 1 on his lap. So, Blue Gunner says, yeah, I think it does. I think it does work. It gets you to work harder to find a good setup to suit your own style of driving. And when he gets a good lap, he's talking about himself here. When he gets a good lap and good results, it means he's done a great job with the realistic Haas. I think that's only fair. I think that is only fair to say. If you do put it in and get good results on those in those Haas's in the realistic mode, you've definitely done your homework and you have definitely done a good job. Okay, number 3. What are your hopeful and realistic expectations for the Drivers' and Constructors' Championships for Wheel to Wheel Season 3? He says, well, I'm taking it race by race, but me and Bunsey have done extremely well in the Haas, and to be in a good position for the team is brilliant. But hopefully more podiums going forward. Major Jam goes 1:29 flat, so he is just improving there. And Vernie is back in the pit. He has improved. He is above Mormick on a 1:29.4. So he's not falling like a Silverstone as it happens right now. He is right where he left off in Bahrain. I think somebody was playing silly buggers with his own predictions. But we will continue on. Who else is out? Kaiser Gunn is about to set a time. He is on his second lap. but he had invalidated, and he's invalidated again, so he's probably going to come in again. Angry Chameleon, he is up 1.52 seconds, it looks like. So Angry Chameleon looks struggling to get into the 129s. Is he loading up again? He is. He's just loading it up. He's on a second lap, but he is just loading up. He is getting the he's got the ERS back up to 100%. He's getting out of the way of somebody there. Who's that? That's Major Jam. He's not on a lap. I don't think. I think Major Jam is going back to pits. It also appears that Chameleon is out of petrol. Mayo Man has set a time of a 129.6, and he's going to go back in also. Mormick is back out. Let's follow Mormick. He is tantalizingly down on his time. He is nearly 2 full tenths down on this time. He is nearly 2 full tenths down this time. That was particularly still nearly 2 tenths down the time. So if he does well in this final sector, wow, he could jump Vernie Vern, and he could be challenging for pole of all places. Oh, that's a bad corner cut, and that invalidates the lap. We will come back to Mormick at another time. But he is still in. Yeah, and like that, he has invalidated a corner so late that it means he is. And it looks like Buncey's out of fuel too. So they under fuel going into those laps. Blue Gunner's on a fast lap. Let's follow him. He's coming through sector 1. Hayden Hughes, Elite Carbon for the win. Whew, where's Elite Carbon? Elite Carbon needs to set a damn lap. Oh, maybe it's Elite Carbon. I think it may be Elite Carbon that's on the quali band. But can he do it from the back, Hayden? Can he do it from the back of the pack? That is the big question here. Okay, we will continue with Blue Gunner. Questions. He said number 3, he's hopeful for more podiums going forward in season 3. Okay, number 4, how did you hear about Wheel to Wheel? Have you enjoyed it, and what has been the standout thing about the league for you? He says, it was through another league that got me into Wheel to Wheel. I've been aware of it though through the TikTok also. But the standout thing is the competitive drivers and the banter that is at the core of it all. It's great, hard racing. No absolute Hayden. I mean, if you want, you know what I mean. You need to be putting your money where your mouth is. Unfortunately, we don't run the bookies here, so that really doesn't make any sense anyway. But it's good to hear it. It's good. Elite Carbon is, I believe, on a. And it looks like Blue Gunner hasn't improved in his time as we were talking there. Shamrock is out again. Shamrock is looking to push. Mormick is on his way around again. Mormick hasn't improved on his time despite going 2 laps on those softs. He will want to get one more run in before, and he better get back to the pits if he's to do so. It looks like all the lads are going out for that last push right before. Sonny! Woohoo! What's going on? Anyway, Blue Gunner answers, it was tough enough, I was through another league, as I said, and the banter from league. We got through that. Okay, so we got through Blue Gunner. We did ask him to, at the end of all that, tell us a little about Blue Gunner and the guy that it is. Okay, he said, nothing much to say about me. I've been watching F1 since 1999, just a kid. Okay, I've always been a driver supporter, then a team supporter. So he invests in the drivers that he likes, obviously, and then he goes with their team rather than, say, choosing a team exclusively. Looks like he says, I do enjoy playing other games and I love gadgets. Hey, interesting stuff. We know a little bit more about Blue Gunner today than we did yesterday, and it's good to do that. Okay, and here it is, folks. It is the time to go through the Vernie Vern questions. Vernie Vern is the guy. He is the guy that has set this league apart. He is TikTok famous in ways he'd rather not be, probably, but he is that all the same. So we asked him, Bahrain was by far your best drive in Season 3 so far, finishing second by only 2/10. And in the end, very unfortunate to... Oh, wait a minute. Shamrock has binned it in quali. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Let's watch Vernie Verne, who currently sits in second. Shamrock got up into third, but he binned it. My goodness. And Budge is up into fourth. He's gone one lap. Shamrock has done his lap. But let's see where Vernie Verne comes. Vernie Verne is a long way off, but he is going to go again, I'd say. Yes. And Major Jam is also pushing hard on this lap as we run down to the end of quali. So, should we expect more of the same for the rest of the season? We asked him, based on his results last week. He said, I would think not. Bahrain was a very Mercedes power friendly, probably due to lack of slow corners. I had a setup I really liked from the previous fall start to Season 3. The track I know well too. Looking at the TT, I could see that Kaiser also benefited from the same power in the Mercedes. Still shocked at the finish, but avoiding incidents were key. Maybe watch out for China at the end of the season for next best result. So, for some reason, Vernie Verne has abandoned these laps. It looks like he's out. And we are with Mormick, who has gone across, and he is going to qualify in fifth. Bunsey is in sixth, and it looks like he's done too. I don't think he's going to go again. But we have all of these. The Chameleon did get into the 129s. Look at all these people in 129s. Why Not See is a 120 or 130 flat. He is not up on his time this time either. Is he just going to go into the pits? It doesn't. Ooh, I thought he was going to invalidate there. Maggots and Beckett's. Oof. Doesn't like that at all. Did not like that at all. He is fully going for it, but it looks like he's down on his time too. And it doesn't look like we're going to set any new times. Well, Bunsey is down. Will Bunsey would about Bunsey looks like he could jump more right at the very depth. We'll come back to Bunsey. Oh, he's gone. So Bunsey is the only person on a fast lap now, it looks like. We will see how quali is supposed to end. And he finishes, and he doesn't only jump Mormick, he also jumps Budge by finishing almost 2/10 with a 129.333. But Budge is in fourth now. So Vernie Verne playing havoc with our emotions, and now sits in second again, back in quali, following last week's second place finish. Anyway, so Verne telling us to watch out for China. Verne is saying watch out for China near the end of the season. Okay, so I came back then to him again. I asked him. Verne and says it's been a struggle for Mercedes during the season. Despite the superior power in the engine, do you feel like you should be further up the table at this point? It's a fair enough question. Verne is a very experienced driver, and so is Kaiser Gunn, who is qualifying only ahead of the people who didn't actually set a lap. In the Mercedes, they have the second power next to Mormick, who sits in sixth today so far and finished fifth last week. So a lot of where and Budge finished in fourth, and Major Jam was close up to the top two. So we're nearly where we finished up last week. But let me say, so that was my point. I said to him, I said, this Mercedes is a fast car. We're on realistic mode. And currently, is the Mercedes guys, they actually sit in second from bottom. The only team that are below them is actually, as it happens, the Red Bull team, which is Mormick. And the reason he's behind, obviously, is because he's the only one putting up the points for Red Bull. He doesn't have a partner in this league. All right? So, I thought it was a fair point to ask. And he said, not further up the table, but definitely a few extra points have been left out there. I had an unfortunate DNF in Jeddah, which I couldn't avoid, and also Zandvoort. I thought I had a chance of doing well again, but again, unfortunate that the car in front spun and couldn't avoid it. Australia also, competing for podium and then an incident at T1. Despite the power advantage, the lack of practice and effort that goes in. Generally log in at 8:30 and get a setup and strategy, and also on the pad, I get the enjoyment from it. That's what matters. I get it, but I also know how competitive, and that comes back to a question we've asked them as well after that, which is fair enough. I think it's fair. Well, John Kerwin, how art thou? So we did ask him that, and I know he's saying he likes it for the enjoyment, but we also know how competitive Verne is, and the reason we know that is because of the TikToks. We see the TikToks. So we asked him, the Verne Fossi are legendary in wheel-to-wheel, and a couple of them now drive in wheel-to-wheel. Is it strange to have had that kind of support, and what does it mean to you? He said it was strange to have people tuning in to watch me play a video game. Shows people who have watched anything. I think he's underselling his entertainment value. Good to have them in wheel to wheel. Hopefully no more play acting like last week from them. It's a fair enough statement. I think a lot of people were disappointed in it. You know what? We'll see what happens next week, and we'll see where we stand with them. So we're on the outlap. We will set up the old thing. So everybody bar Wilfred, who is on the mediums outside the top 10. Ironman's in 10th. Shamrock, Mormick in the middle there. Mormick representing well today. And we have everything go. So there we go, folks. The final question we asked him was, it says, you and Chameleon are brothers. Go. Luffy Black, how are you? Welcome in. We are talking to Verne here. This is interview questions that we sent to Verne. We'll get through this one before we finish this lap. We said, you and Chameleon are brothers. The exchanges on the wheel-to-wheel TikTok have now been viewed by hundreds of thousands of people. You have proved highly entertaining, For the viewers, how genuine are the exchanges of anger and frustration in the moment, and does it carry over into life at home? He says they're 100% genuine. We are both very competitive and hate to lose, so when we are close to each other, it adds extra spice to it. Maybe the fact that I'm a two-time champion of the previous sibling championship, from which Wheel to Wheel grew, from still acts as that chip on his shoulder. So he is getting the digs in there to Chameleon before this race begins. I'm good, Luffy Black. How are you? I think it's going to be an interesting race. We have a very interesting lineup, and yeah, I think we're about to get going. Verne sitting in second on the quali. That's probably the best quali position that he's had so far this season too. So he is starting to turn in the results on these faster tracks. Let's be fair about it. Silverstone is a fast track. So here we go, folks. We are in Wheel to Wheel Season 3, Week 16, Silverstone. And we are just about ready to go. So let's see what happens here from the off. The lights are out and we're away. No faults this week so far. An absolutely lightning fast start from the first two and into the first corner. I want to look at it in this way. Is there anybody jumping up and down in the spots? It looks like Mormick has lost one place. Chameleon is up. Mormick is up again. He's lost. Ironman is up loads of places. So Mayo Man has lost some places early on. And Wilfred Bonny has overtaken Kaiser. Let's see. We will put on, I think for this stage of the race, what we should do is we should put on the position change. Budge is down 1. Shamrock is up 1. Mormick is even for the race so far. And Chameleon is a hero. Ironman and Why Not See are up 1. Mayo Man losing the most. Why Not See is after losing 1 place to Mayo Man again. But he is on a very, very, very different strategy, being on those mediums. He's going to go longer into this race before he needs to change those tires. So it looks like we have a DRS. Well, we won't have DRS at the moment, but we're certainly all within the 1 second, all the way from 1st through 4th. Budge is back in that zone now. He is down 1 position overall. Shamrock gaining that position at his expense. And Mormick is all over the back of him too. So we are all very close. No major incidents to report of. And only Mayo Man really losing positions, but he is all over the back of Why Not See and Iron Man here. So this is going to be interesting, especially once... Oh, there's a bit squirrely coming out of that corner from Iron Man. It's going to be very interesting once all this settles down and we have DRS in play. Now, we had a prediction from Hayden who says Elite Carbon for the win. He also was confident enough to say Elite Carbon for the win from the back, despite his quali ban this week. He is the only one really out of touch with the guy in front, except for maybe Budge, who is losing a bit of time on Shamrock. Budge has not been the fastest, but he was very good last week, only for the way it all ended to be a bit crazy. So anyway, as we were saying about the Bernie Byrne interview and the questions that we asked him, he did say in one of the questions that it was all a bit of fun and he was enjoying it, but he also let on there, and he's also having digs at comedians about how he is infinitely more successful at this game than Chameleon has been, because he has championships in his back pocket. Chameleon does not. Chameleon went closest in Wheel to Wheel Season 1, but Budge took that in the end, and Budge took Season 2 after tying on points with Mayo Man, only to win on wins, overall wins in the season. So that's how close Season 2 was. And Budge and Mayo lead the pack again this season, with Budge being approximately 19 points ahead after last week's result. So he's still in control of how this league will go. And make no bones about it, the guy who is leading this race is the man of the moment. He is the man who is making huge strides and likely to be the one to depose Budge at this rate. Especially since Budge now sits in 5th and Mayo sits in 11th. So, here we go. Budge will not want to be down to a head-to-head once there's Mayo Man, and he is using the DRS as he approaches it. Or sorry, Shamrock, I beg your pardon. That's Shamrock, and he is already down to 40%. And Bernie Byrne as well is using a bit to keep up with Major Jam. Major Jam in that superior AlphaTauri. But it really shouldn't be superior to the likes of the Mercedes. But Major Jam has been the standard bearer for the last number of weeks. Very unfortunate not to win again last week. There was a number of people who should probably have won last week, but due to the late safety cars, we had a bit of a shuffle at the end. Okay, Bunsey holding on to 4th from Mormick, who is now by Budge as well. and he is defending is he defending the right space? Bit of a wobble there. He's a bit of a wobble there coming into the corner. He's not exactly going straight, but Mormick has vastly improved this season as well. So it's just brilliant. It's brilliant to see these guys, these experienced guys, improve year on year and season on season. Budge is comfortable in his, in where he stands at the moment. Mayo Man with the first penalty of the day. He gets 3 seconds for multiple warnings. We will go back to the tyres. Why not see now leading the way as it relates to the medium runners. He's up to 9th, up 2 positions, and he is chasing down Is a Hero, who, as it happens, is Iron Man. Did Iron Man go off? It looked like Iron Man has slowed down somewhat. Is a Hero is chasing Chameleon down now. And Chameleon is all over the back of Budge. Budge is struggling. Budge is finding it very difficult to stay within the DRS of the guy in front of him. Elite Carbon with the second penalty of the day. Hayden, how are you feeling about that prediction now? I like the fact that you're sticking with your guy, but is it a futile effort? Iron Man now with a penalty. My God, people are racking up the penalties already. Okay, so look at this. Vernie Vern is well out of DRS of Shamrock. Shamrock is being followed closely by Bunsey, but Major Jam is just putting on another clinic in wheel-to-wheel driving. Unbelievable stuff. He is now 3 seconds clear after 5 laps. This guy, he's going to be difficult to stop winning season 3. He is likely to close the gap between himself and Bud. Everything else considered. Bunsey now open to 3rd. Earlier on in the season, Shamrock had a run at the guys. He's also up in the mid 100s. But this guy is relentless. 10 poles, I beg your pardon. He's got into double figures as on square 9 of this weekly bingo. Unbelievable stuff. So he is relentless. 10 poles out of a possible 16. And if he does this, he will have won from 3 of them. And he will be the only person to have won from pole. And he will have done it 3 times. This guy has been ridiculous for the last few weeks. Okay. The last comment we had from Vernie Vern in relation to the questions he said, wheel-to-wheel incidents are often brought up if we see each other in the days after the race. Otherwise, it's normally fairly separate from life outside. I do, however, a little personal insight from these guys. Chameleon's a very good friend of mine, and Vern I've known for a long time now too. I would honestly say that the way they behave around each other in wheel-to-wheel, although they don't argue about necessarily wheel-to-wheel things outside of wheel-to-wheel, like you suggest here, they do behave like they do in real life, and I think that's what I was going for. It wasn't necessarily the way he took it, but I get what he was saying. It could have been construed that way as well. All these guys, the first to make a pit stop is a Hero, who is in last. Is a Hero, the 5 races, 5 DNFs. He is now in last place, but he is the only one to have stopped, and everybody is really close together at this point. Angry Chameleon now all over the back of Mormick. Budge has slipped all the way back to 7th. He is not liking this drive whatsoever. So here we go. Let's follow this round. Look at this. Look at this train. Absolutely fantastic stuff. This is a track that a lot of people said they did not like, you know, and it's just been incredible. I think they all dislike it evenly. Chameleon is really pushing hard on Wilfred Boney has joined the penalty takers. He is up to 10th from second to last, so he's up 4 places. Why Not See is making a charge on those mediums. He is up to 8th position. He's up 3 positions too. We have doubled down on Why Not See. We have doubled down on him, and we have a max bet on Why Not See to win this week as well. And if he keeps this kind of consistency going, he will absolutely win today. I have him at max bet 5-1. Do not get a penalty and do not fuck it up, man. I could win a fortune here. Still won't be retiring. Anyway, folks, that is this week's questions and interviews and the whole lot. And we also have, as I said, wheel to wheel bingo. We've gone through that for this week. Is a Hero has dropped outside the 24-second range. This is a long stop, though. This is a long stop. I remember this from when I went. You need to be well outside the 125s, I think, to get it to remain ahead. So he's still within a few people's stopping time. And he is making up time on the likes of Kaiser and Elite Carbon, who is now up to 13th. Oi, oi, oi. Welcome in, folks. Here it is. Closest battle now on track is Budge on the back, or Why Not See on the back of Budge. Whoa, whoa! Why Not See, for the love of fuck? Excuse my language, people, but I have money riding on this. My brother better not mess this up for me. Let him buy. Oh, Chameleon has overtaken. Buncey's dropped a couple of positions. Buncey's dropped back. What happened there? Mormick is now up to 4th. Chameleon up to 5th. Bit of snap there. Buncey, did he get any damage? He doesn't look like it, but he was caught that last time round and passed. Mormick has lost, obviously, after making that overtake. Look at this, three wide. Oh, Mormick is gone. Mormick is gone, and Budge makes up that position. We have a lot of X's on this. Is that can't be? Chameleon is now up to 4th, and Budge has lost that position again to Mormick. But look at them go! Look at them go wheel to wheel through Maggots and Beckett's almost. He is now hunting down. There's something not quite right about this, because Budge is not within point or 3/10 of Buncey. So we had a few X's, which has been fixed. Oh, Vern, has he gone in? Yes, he has. Vern is the next man to stop in there, and it looks like, what will he go with? He isn't going in for no, he has no damage. So it's a straightforward stop. He's gone to mediums. He can go to the end on those mediums. We are 10 laps already into this race. Why not? Yeah, we didn't see that. Didn't count. It's going to be removed. He's back to 9th. Why not? I'll burst you. Honest to God. Honest to God. Wilfred now up to 8th from 14th. And Vern is all the way back to 14th after that pit stop. And Major Jam is, again, as we said, just putting on a clinic. It's almost boring for him at this stage. He is 7.5 seconds out ahead in first place. Shamrock up to 2nd. These guys all need to stop. Vern and Hero, the only ones to stop so far. Hero still 5.5 seconds off of Vern at this stage. I have to imagine. There's something wrong with the timings, folks. Oh, there we go. That's fixed itself. 16 seconds. Kaiser's 6/10 off of Ironman, who will drop down. Ironman hasn't gotten fast lap yet, and he sure as hell isn't in the points, so that's not going to be square 7 at the moment, crossed off. And it looks like we're getting more people going in. Yes, we've Bunsey and Mormick. Wilfred now being promoted up on those softs. Mayo Man, Major Jam has gone in. Blue Gunner, 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings. It looks like everybody's getting one today. Major Jam's going to come out way ahead of everybody again. Mormick. Now, where will Bernie Byrne, after that lap, where will Byrne come? Byrne is making a way up. He's going back from Mormick. He's catching Major Jam. Is he going to catch him all together? Oh, Bernie Byrne getting a bit squiggly out of there. Oh, yeah. So, Byrne made up some time. Did he make up some time? Sorry, he lost a bit. It's about net neutral for him and Byrne, because Byrne was ahead of Bunsey and the lads by a few as well. He did make time on Bunsey. So that's one thing that's gone well for him. But Verne, net P2 next to Major Jam, a back-to-back silver. At this stage, it doesn't look like Verne is dropping anything like 6 positions from where he finished last week. Mayo Man all over Budge here. We did have an incident previously with the likes of Budge. The two Aspens going wheel to wheel through these corners here as we come through. And there is Mayo Man, Angry Comedian, and Shamrock all making a pit one lap further down. Wilfred Boney has gone in, and that's these lads now there. So we will see how the medium rollers go. But Major Jam is going to be catching the likes of Kaiser very shortly, in spite of the fact that he hasn't even the fact that Major Jam was stopped and Kaiser hasn't. Major Jam jumps over them all. So does Verdi Verne. Has Bunsey made the stick? He has. Where's Comedian coming out? There's Comedian now. Who else has jumped him? So Comedian has lost positions, it looks like, although that's just maybe the order of all of the stoppers and the way they've gone. Now, is it Hero and Mailman are on the back of Chameleon, or they're close up there? Is it Hero's back in this? Because he's jumped Mick, who's on the back of him. But Is it Hero's tyres are 4 laps older, so that's something to be considered as we come to the end of this race. Is a Hero will start losing some time. He may stop earlier and go soft again. That may be an idea. Mayo Man, Major Jam, and Budge has a 5-second. There's a square crossed off. That is Budge getting a 5-second penalty going in. That is square 4 crossed off. Jeff! WTF! Someone makes a mistake in the pits by taking a wrong pair of shoes, or boots I should say, or gets a penalty for speeding. There we go. Budge, appreciate it. You said number 6. Looks like you're going to be wrong on that as well. But you have helped us cross off that square. And Budge now plummeting down. And he's going to have that. He's going to have that all the way. He's after losing time to Mailman as well. So that penalty is going to follow Budge all the way to the end of this race. So unless we get a safety car laid on, because we're halfway through this, it looks like Budge is going to suffer out there. Mormick is, so we're all within about a second thereabouts. Is a Hero is all over the back of Mormick, and Wilfred is then all over the back of Hero. Hero not scoring points, but still hasn't DNF yet. Oh, but his hero's gone wide. He is carrying a penalty also. The only saving grace for Budge is the fact that Mayo Man and a ton of other people, including Why Not See, Vern making sure he stays ahead of Shamrock in that one, including Blue Gunner and Why Not See have penalties too. Now we will see Blue Gunner, Why Not See, and Kaiser all stop later. That will give Mayo Man with the fastest lap. He is pulling away. He is overtaken Chameleon, who is now on the back of Mayo Man. So Mayo Man making moves late here. Can he pull far enough ahead to negate that 3-second penalty that he has? More than half the field now have penalties, Budge included. A very un-Budge-like situation he finds himself in. Anyway, where are we going? Woo! Let me see. Mayo Man now leading Angry Comedian. And where's Budge? There's Budge. Budge not far off either. He may yet make him. He is a slightly younger set of tyres than Comedian, so he is starting to make inroads into Comedian as well. So Comedian dropping down a little bit from where he was, but what Comedian has right now is the fact he has no penalties, and that is going to be huge. So. All good. We've all had stops except for Kaiser. Oh, Vern and Shamrock still going at it. Let's follow on board. Oh, look at that. The switch back from Vern. This man is... Oh, Shamrock and Vern. And remember, folks, Shamrock is in the much slower Williams. The 2021 Williams was certainly not up to Mercedes standards, but look at these guys go. All I'd say about this battle is Vern has vastly improved over the last couple of weeks, but look at the distance between himself and Major Jam. Major Jam now 9 seconds ahead of second place Vern and Shamrock, who's only a few tenths off him. Anyway, look at this. Look at them side by side coming down the back straight, and that's great battling there as they come around and come down towards Mackett and Beckett. Ooh, who will hold on to it the longest? Look at Vern. Vastly improved. Those tyres looking good at this stage. They still aren't up to and this is the DRS. Look at the DRS. Oh, Vern goes wide and he loses some time, and Bunsey gets him there. Oh my, that's 2 places lost. Oh, and he's off. Have we Chameleon? Just as we said it, Chameleon has gotten a penalty. Now we have the longer runners pitting now. Where will Kaiser and Why Not See come out? All the way at the back it would seem. Yeah, they're not scoring points. Oh my. Major Jam miles ahead of the likes of Shamrock now. Shamrock with a penalty. Wow! How many seconds penalty is that? So, Vern has no penalties, so despite the fact that Mayo Man and Angry Chameleon are ahead of him, he will jump them, and if he stays in touch with Shamrock, he will jump Shamrock too. So, it was probably an argument he didn't need to get into. Oh, and he can't be doing that now at this stage in the race. He is significantly ahead of Budge, and it looks like Wilfred and Mormick having a battle here. Mormick as well, penaltyless. That is serious for him too, because that will hopefully pay off in spades come the end of this race. He needs to remain. Oh, there's Wilfred with another penalty. So let's just get an idea of what the penalties look like at this stage. Wilfred and Budge ahead of him. So right now, Ironman with a penalty. So Ironman at the back with 9 seconds leading the race on penalties, if not from the back on track. So right now, Major Jam 9.6 seconds ahead. He's really a net 12 seconds ahead of Shamrock, and probably more and a little more than 10 seconds ahead of Bunsey. That man is strolling to the win here with only 8 laps left after this one. What a clinic. And it looks like a second place finish for the Haas of Bunsey. Blue Gunner, of course, is going to come out in a very favourable position, it would seem. But again, going to be very hampered by the fact that he has a penalty also. Is a hero with another 3-second penalty. So Mormick is going to jump some positions, definitely. So is Vernie Verne. And we will have the lights. So there's Blue Gunner going in to the pit, the last guy to pit on these. Remembering also, Is a Hero has gone 9 laps on those mediums. He can go to the end, but it will be struggling from the end of this race. So Blue Gunner will lose the space to Shamrock, possibly Bunsey as well, as they come down the straight. It is a long stop. Verne, and he's now plummeting because those guys were all very close together. Why not see set and fast lap? That's what I like to see. Now, Blue Gunner is on these faster tyres, but he is also second to bottom with a penalty. How will this play for him in that Haas? He isn't very fast on the straights in the Haas, but he is a very fast driver overall. Is a hero in 11. Elite Carbon, another 3-second time penalty. Elite Carbon's race is over. I am officially calling it. Is a hero, no points, but no DNF yet. Mailman, 3-second time penalty. That promotes Budge likely. As long as he keeps in touch, which he isn't. Vernie Verne now in 6th. All over the back of Mailman, who has made it past Vernie Verne. But Verne is going to jump at least 2 positions, possibly 3. He is looking at a podium finish if he stays in touch with the guys in front. Oh, and Chameleon running wide again. Iron Man with another 3-second time penalty. My God! And Chameleon done that last week, and honestly, it's what cost him a serious position getting that. He is hunting down Bunsey. The difference in those 2 cars on the straights is there for all to see. Here we go. We don't have any DNFers this week, and we don't have any VSCs or safety cars. So a lot of penalties, but nothing so serious as to cause a safety car. Oh, and there it is, folks. There it is. There is the Vernie Verne killer shot. He is now not jumping anybody at all. Maybe Mailman. He will jump Mailman, because I believe Mailman has a lot of penalties, or at least 2. So he has at least 6 seconds. So he needs to stay within 3 seconds of Mailman to jump there. He is on for a 6th or 5th place position as it now stands. And Chameleon looking like he will finish about 4th, I want to say. Okay folks, let's see the penalties. Yes, Mailman will drop like a silver stone. Mormick is in competition with Mormick is going to profit hugely from all of this. I see at least 4 positions gained here, up to 6th. So another great finish or great drive from Mormick. He just needs to stay clean as this race continues. Okay, Bunsey looking at a second place finish, but look at the master. Look at him. He's out front. He is 11.5 seconds clear of Shamrock. He is over 12 seconds clear of Bunsey, who is 0.7 of a second back from Chameleon. And we will look at this battle as it develops. Look at these cars all really following each other very closely. Unfortunately, I do think Mayo Man and Budge and Wilfred will fall. Oh, and another 3-second penalty for Chameleon. He must be going absolutely livid, because that has thrown away his chance of a podium as it currently stands. He's going to fall like a Silverstone, literally. And he's lost the position to Shamrock on track as well. It's all... Seriously, why not see? Why not see? I think you're doing it on purpose now. I really think you're doing it on purpose. And Bunsey has overtaken Chameleon on track. And Verne now... Oh! Chameleon and Bunsey through turn 1, going hard at it, and that has allowed Verne to join this again. He's going to jump Chameleon, so he's going to get 4th minimum. Bunsey looking like a handy second place from where he is. He doesn't need to battle as hard as he is right now, because those positions are for his for the taking. Verne needs to be careful there as this race comes to a close. He doesn't need to be getting any more penalties as it stands. Wilfred is going to get a jump on him there, surely, because he had a bit of a snap. But they will both get the DRS. Where do they stand? Look at Wilfred and all of his ERS. Oh, yo, what's going on? This is very, very bad for my vision. Yeah, that's a Verne jump. I think when we're on board with Verne, he hasn't got great internet, because when we go on board with him, there's a lot of people show X's, and then he is jumping all over the track. But and that's a blatant corner cut. So he has lost the chance to jump Chameleon here, unless he does it on track. And this is dangerous. He is pushing hard now, because he's figured everybody around him has time, or has a second on there. He's cutting corners all over the place. He's getting desperate as it happens. And Chameleon is not going to drop nearly as far as he thought. He won't be on the podium necessarily, but he will probably be a 4th as it stands, because everybody back. There's Budge making a move up into 6th position. He now needs to get in within a second of Verne in order to get that position too. He nearly gives that position back to Why Not See, who all of a sudden wants to drive. He wants to drive. Where the fuck did he come from? And why has he got 6th? Oh my, is a hero is in second to last place, and he is DNF. 6 races, 6 DNFs. I think he's doing it on purpose now. He had 14 seconds of penalties. Budge needs to get in within 1 second. Nobody's around, I don't think. Mormick is up to 9th position on track. Elite Carbon is absolutely killing. I'm not even going to bother with the... I'm not going to even bother with the tyres right now, because right now it doesn't look like many people are going to stop. And honestly, it's just craziness. So right now, Mick could conceivably be looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 position improvement, up to 4th. Wilfred, Boney and Budge going crazy at it here. Mick just needs to remain clean. Here's Boney going wide again. Don't cut corners, Mick. do not cut corners, and you will jump at least. I have to imagine he's going to jump at least 4, possibly 5 positions. It is all good in the hood for Mormick as he plays the smart game right now. Okay, Ironman has stopped again. Ironman may be going for a fast lap at this stage. It's likely to get that, but he will not get points. Ah, Mick! Mick has done it! He's going to get some places, but not nearly as many as he was going to. Oh my! And Mayo Man is going to drop out of the top 10 as well. Kaiser Gunn now following him. And Kaiser Gunn is going to take that position on track. And so will Blue Gunner. So Mayo Man, right as it stands, not going to finish in the top 10. That is crazy. Chameleon is around. Chameleon is around. He has spun. And Chameleon has saved Mayo Man. Because now Chameleon is next to last. The 2 Ferraris are running in the last 2 positions on this track. That is crazy. Verny Vern promoted up to the 3rd position on track, but he will lose that to Bunsey, who will jump up to 2nd, it looks like. Although, will he? Oh, it's close with Shamrock. Shamrock may still get 3rd place. Bunsey needs to get a move on. And Budge is within 1 second of Wilfred, but not Bunsey. So Budge will extend his lead at the top, but it is entirely possible, folks, that Major Jam moves up all the way to 2nd in the standings. I think this means, as things stand, with where's Wilfred going? Wilfred is going. He is now ahead of Bunsey, who seems to be struggling a little bit for pace. It is... Oh, he's on the slightly older... oh, see, there's Why Not See now. Why Not See? Look at him. Up to 8th. Or he's up to 4th, but he has all those penalties. Fortunately, a lot of people have penalties around him. Bunsey will jump him. Why Not See is going to do well, but he's not going to do well enough in order to pay back on my max deficit. Angry Chameleon sitting in 2nd to last position, and quite frankly, he's probably going nuts after a possible podium finish. Okay, folks, where are we? We're on the 2nd to last lap, and Major Jam. Let's see what is the closest person on track to him. It's Bunsey. It's Bunsey, who is 15 seconds in real time behind him. Vern is all over the place. He has not enjoyed these mediums so far. Oh, look at them. Oh, Why Not See grabbing another position? Nearly. Yes, he has it. He makes it stick. Why Not See is going to finish up in the top 4. That's going to do him well. That means that the Alphas are now becoming the team to stop in this championship. They are the ones outperforming every other team on track. So, penalties. Why Not See, as it stands, will get 4th. Elite Carbon, another penalty for Elite. He's going to drop back to 13th. Angry Chameleon will be promoted to 12th. He's not going to go any higher than 12th. So, there we are. That is where we stand as we come to the end of this race. Verny Vern, not going to lose too many positions either. Maybe 1. Wilfred is certainly going to lose a ton of positions. Budge will get that position. But that's all he will get. Budge will finish 6th for the 4th time in 5 races. As things stand. As it stands as well, Mormick up to 8th. Oh, why not see you? That's all I got. I'm not gonna push. Anyway, but it means, where's why not see? Why not see is 12 seconds behind. That's another position for Mormick. So why not see? He will get Vern. He will get why not see. He will get Wilfred. He will get Budge. So that's 4 positions from 8th. He will finish 4th. Mick on this final lap will jump all the way. Budge! Oh, sorry. Major Jam has won, folks. Well done to them. And Mormick has improved on his time, on his position last week. He gets 4th this week after 5th last week. And Bunsey, as we suggested, is all the way up to 2nd, with Shamrock remaining on the podium because he stayed ahead of people by more than 3 seconds, because he had only 3 seconds in in penalties. But a lot of penalties there. With all of the stuff that was going on track and all the calculations that we're trying to do, we nearly lost the fact that everybody had finished. So Budge finishes 6th, as is his norm these days. But that's okay, because Mayo Man, his closest rival, has finished in 10th. But folks, the interesting part of all of this is who will be 2nd at the end of this race. And I just want to have it out there, folks. I just want to say it to you. It looks like, let's look at the standings from last week and bring you the news. Major Jam with that win. Major Jam with that win. Let's see. Goes from 169 to 194 and jumps Mayo in the rankings. Major Jam is now up to 194, above Mayo Man's 189, and Budge will go up by 8 points, I think it is, for 6th. He will go to 215, so he is 19 points ahead in the championship. But Major Jam has closed down a crap ton of points in those final races that we've seen. It is now in the standings: Budge 215, Major Jam 194, and Mayo Man on 189. Mayo Man dropping in the Drivers' Championship because of that 10th place finish. Absolutely crazy stuff from the lads this week. That is it as regards to racing. So let's get to it in regard to this week's Season 3 bingo, or Week 16 bingo. We have, I can't tell my maggots from my Beckett's. I have to imagine 4 drivers did get warnings or penalties on that, so we can cross off number 1. Number 2, this is my house. Nope, it's mine. We did not get a win by an Aston or William. It was an AlphaTauri who won. Best of British, it did not rain, so 3 is not going to happen, and we do not cross off the Euro Delusional, where we have 3 races. I think we've had 2 wet races in Europe so far this season. Jeff, what the fuck? Someone makes a mistake in the pits. We did see that happen. That was Budge, and we also had one from Is a Hero, but he was retiring the pits. Another DNF from him. Bernd is back, number 5. We see 2 or more safety cars of VSCs, or combination of those. That did not happen. Dropped like a Silverstone. Vern drops at least 6 places from his runner-up spot last week. He only dropped 3. He finished in 5th. That didn't happen. Iron Man did not get fastest lap and did not get points. in number 7 square. Number 8, too closer to call. Mayo reduces Budge's lead in the Drivers' Championship, but Haas reduce Aston's lead in the Constructors. One of those things happened. Haas reduced the Aston's lead at the top, but Mayo unfortunately did not reduce Budge's lead. Pole master in 9 of the 15 wheel-to-wheel Season 3 races. Major Jam has claimed pole. He does so again and goes for double figures in Silverstone. He does it. We've crossed off number 9. So, we crossed off 1. We crossed off 4. We crossed off 9. 149 is this week's bingo numbers. What did you guess? Tell me. Put it in the comments. If you say 149, you're a liar. Absolute liar. Anyway, that is the end of this week's broadcast. We will be back next week at 9:45 Irish time. Join us for Wheel to Wheel Season 3, Week 17, where we will be in Portimao in Portugal. Truly horrible track. Truly horrible track. I think some people do like it, but as it happens, not many. Okay, folks, that is the end of this week's broadcast. Thank you so much for joining. That is everything we've got for you this week. We will see you this time next week.